We're doing it?
We are.
And we're doing it.
Hello, Eric.
Hello, Thomas.
How are you today?
Doing well, man. How are you doing today?
Not bad. It's the weekend. Cannot complain about a Saturday.
It's a beautiful day.
Whew.
It's a beautiful Saturday.
It's been a hot month.
Yeah.
October. It's been 7 days, but...
Yeah, but it's nice that it's still warm these days.
Well, BC, though, has been talking about how this is not... this is worrisome.
Worrisome?
Yeah, because they talk about a drought.
Oh.
He hasn't rained in a minute, especially at that time of the year.
Mm-hmm.
And they were saying that if that keeps going for the whole month of October, bears might delay their hibernation phase.
Oh.
Yeah. They were saying if it goes all the way until October, the end of October.
So what does that mean for the bears or for...
It's probably because maybe the bears feel the need to hibernate when the temperature drops or when it gets rainy. It's my guess.
Mm-hmm.
So, well, yeah, they were saying that might disturb the hibernation cycles.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know more. I just read that in the news.
Mm.
I don't know how bad. I don't know if that means they're just going to sleep a bit more. Like, instead of waking up in March or May or April, it's going to be 1 month later, or are they going to get grumpy? And then they're going to start eating people.
Yeah, that's no good.
Can tell.
You don't want grumpy bears running around.
Right?
Especially since they're so close to society here. Like,
yeah.
You know, you can go to SFU Mountain, a mountain that's close by here, where SFU, the school, is at the top. And I've definitely seen bears out there. Like, my brother and I were walking up one time, we saw this huge black bear. Like, its shoulder was almost as high as my head.
Yeah.
Big fucking thing. Luckily, there was no cub or anything around, because that would have been fucking...
I got some around my place, yeah, when I was living in that area as well.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah, when you were living in the basement over on Curtis, maybe?
Yeah, up there. Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
Ashire Drive. But
Ashire.
that was pretty much where Curtis is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And the other day, I saw 2 coyotes right down there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was not very safe. I didn't feel very safe.
Yeah.
They're not very far from me, and they just crossed the road. And you know, this kind of thing where wild animals, like, if you notice them, you start to be worried. Like, oh shit, you know, something could happen.
Mm-hmm.
And then because of that, maybe they feel your fear or something, and they in turn look at you. And like, oh my god. But if I had not noticed them, they would have just crossed the road. I would have not noticed them, and I'll be like, yeah, no, there's no one here.
Mm-hmm.
And so they crossed, and I turned my head. I saw the first one crossed, didn't give a shit. The second one stopped in the middle of the road, turned its head, and I was sitting and smoking my joint here. I was like, to get to my home, I have to go uphill. Can I sprint enough if this guy is after me? I'm like, I don't know. Eventually, he decided to walk away.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
good.
Yeah.
Good for everyone.
They're generally smaller than us, so...
That was they were fairly big dogs, those ones. They look like big dogs.
Yeah?
Yeah. I think if this one just went after me and just bit me, I would have been...
Would have been a problem.
Maybe not one bite, but yeah, a couple.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Yeah, I feel so bad. I saw another one of these lost cat posters.
Oh, there's a bunch here too, yeah.
I've never seen so many in my life other than here in Burnaby. Like,
And it might be the coyotes.
yeah, I think that's what it is for sure.
I have a cat who comes, 2 cats, who they belong to the house next door. And they come to hang out with us all the time. Like literally right there. They spent the whole day there yesterday. And I'm afraid that at night they go out and hang out because cats are nocturnal animals, I think.
Yeah.
Very often.
Yeah.
They could get caught by coyotes.
Yeah, man. It's unfortunate. They're probably just curious about something, and then, if the coyotes are in packs or whatever, yeah, those two, if they're in packs or a group, then yeah, they could definitely fuck a cat up.
Because coyotes living in a residential area, what do they eat? Whatever animals they can find?
Cats. Probably rats, squirrels.
Mice, squirrels, maybe raccoons?
Probably. I feel like a coyote will eat anything as long as it's tasty. which is just anything alive to them, probably.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's interesting that there aren't a lot of lost dog posters. Like, is there some reason that coyotes don't attack dogs, maybe?
Yeah. I think that's because we are in Vancouver.
Hmm.
People are so careful about their dogs. They're not letting them out at night.
Yeah, that's true.
It's just, but cats, they do their thing.
They do their own thing,
They
yeah.
do their thing, and they can also get through smaller like holes of fences and stuff like that than dogs.
Hmm.
So let's say you want your cat to hang out in your backyard.
Hmm.
If there's a tiny hole that they can escape from at night, they might.
I mean, they probably will.
They probably will, right? So I think it's harder to control a cat than a dog.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Oh, poor cats. I love cats.
Me too.
I love cats so much. They're so cool. They have their own, like, personality. Well, animals have personalities, but cats are... They're very independent. Like, they want to do their own thing for a lot of the time. Every now and then they'll come next to you and be like, hey, pet me.
It's really every now and then.
Mm-hmm.
I feel dogs sometimes ask for a bit too much. They hang out around like, hey, pay attention to me. Sometimes they're like, yeah, no. But cats, to me, sometimes it's just not enough.
Yeah.
They come once, you pet them, and if you over pet them, they're like, okay, now leave me alone.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, come on, buddy. You come 5 minutes a day to me, and you don't want some? I guess it depends on the cats, but
Yeah.
that's the one. That was my cat. Actually, my cat, my parents, I guess, or the vet,
Mm-hmm.
put it down 2 weeks ago.
Oh, no. Sorry to hear. What was his name? Her name?
Chatouille.
Chatouille?
So in French, cat is chat.
Mm-hmm.
So my sister originally, that was my sister's cat originally. She was picking names based on play on words around the word cat.
Okay.
Chat. So chat became chatouille. Chatouille in French means, in English means tickle. So that was pretty cute.
Cat named Tickle. That's cool.
I called it Mr. Cat because
Like
although that
Monsieur
was
Chat?
Monsieur le Chat, because although it was a female, whatever they did to her, I guess she was asexual. You see what I mean? Like the vet does whatever so that.
Spay? You mean? So she can't have kids?
Yeah, I guess that's what the name is.
Yeah.
I mean, it's still technically a female, but
Mhm.
at this stage, I'm like, doesn't matter. She doesn't even know it herself, so what's the point? You just have to call her whatever she answers to.
How dare you misgender this cat? You're part of the cat
That's
patriarchy.
That's a very good point. That's not very 2022 of me. But she was so blind. She was. I think it's really funny to watch her like walk in my house.
Mm-hmm.
She only goes to 2 spots: where the bed is, and where the food is.
Mm-hmm.
And she has to climb. She has to walk upstairs.
Yeah.
And when she goes up, instead of going through the middle of the stairs, like boom, 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 she was like pretty much grazing the wall, which the wall is the same as this.
Mm-hmm.
She was grazing it probably to feel like, okay, I know when to turn. Like I know when the angle, because I don't think they can count. Oh,
No.
it's 17 stairs. That's it. That's the last stairs. You know what I mean? So once she feels like the edge,
Mhm.
she's like, okay, that's time to turn left because then is my bed or my food. I saw her walk down. She missed the first step.
Oh.
So it's a cat, guys. She fell back on her paws. She was fine. But it was so cute. It was funny. She didn't hurt herself. She didn't say anything. You were like boom, 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 and back on track.
Yeah.
I was like, come on, buddy. And a couple times I saw her just bump into a wall, like randomly bump into a wall.
Oh, poor cat.
I know, but there's something funny about it.
Yeah.
But
no, it is.
And yeah, she was old and she was meowing like really, really all the time.
Mm.
So
She's probably just confused and scared about stuff.
yeah,
She couldn't see.
yeah. And she was 17 years old or something. So
Ooh.
it's a fair age for a cat.
That's
So
an old cat.
Yeah.
That's nice. Good long life for a cat.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sucks when they die prematurely. Like my mom had this cat, Oreo, that was my brother's friend's cat, but then he asked her to take care of it for a limited amount of time and then just never wanted the cat back, so it just became my mom's cat. But then Oreo was very curious and spontaneous, so he got hit by a car one day.
Yep.
Got dead, which happens. It's always so sad.
Yeah.
I had a friend in college who's Jack Russell Terrier, this little spunky dog. We actually, or she rescued it from New Orleans. And like it was one of the cats that was, or dogs that was displaced from Hurricane Katrina, I think.
Oh yeah. Okay.
And some friends and I actually also adopted a cat, Mufasa, who was also from. He was a, you know, he wasn't. What the fuck am I trying to say? He was displaced by the hurricane.
Okay.
And yeah, we ended up bringing them both back to Maryland. And yeah, we had this awesome. It was a Maine Coon cat, like a big orange fluffy cat, and his name was Mufasa. And so he lived in our house with it was 6 of us guys in the house the senior year of college, or university as they call it here. And then after we graduated, we sent Mufasa to my mom's house, and she took care of him for the rest of his life.
It was the same for my sister. She gave my parents her cat when she moved from a house to an apartment, I think, because it was too small. And now she lives in a house and she's building another one that she's transferring. Never got the cat back. So I was like, she looks good. She looks fine. She's having fun at your place. My parents were like, I really like her. She was sleeping with me in my bed and stuff. But
oh, that's sweet.
At random times of the night, 2, 3, 4 a.m., she would scratch on the door. My parents would not like it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind too much. Sometimes she would be annoying, but eventually she went to my parents' bedroom, and it's different. I can wake up, go back to sleep, and still have a decent night. My parents at this age, probably it's just
too big of a hassle.
Yeah, whenever you wake up, it's very hard to get back to sleep. So
yeah, man, that sucks when you get woken up by something, especially a little animal that doesn't care about your sleep patterns.
Yeah, because very often she would sit at my feet, so she would curled up and everything is fine, but then randomly she's like, I'm gonna annoy him. So she just walks to my face and then starts touching my face, like very gently, but she's touching it and I'm sleeping. Or she decides to sit right where my nose is, like right in front of my nose. So eventually I'm like, I cannot breathe anymore. I was like, no, stay at my feet, you're good. Like, everybody's fine. But it's very hard for me to resist. They're cute. They're so cute.
Yeah, cats are sweet. I love dogs too, though. But I grew up more with cats, so I feel like I know more about them. I'm like more comfortable with them.
And maintenance.
Yeah.
Maintenance is
Dogs,
just
you have to walk them all the time.
They pee, they poo anywhere.
Yeah,
No.
well, cats do that sometimes too.
You can, they easily, I guess, I don't know if they get trained or anything. I don't know how it works, but you can get them to use the litter box eventually.
Some of them, though, once they poop in the litter box, they won't poop in it anymore.
Oh,
unless
yeah.
you remove it.
Yeah.
So then they're just pooping next to it. It's like, oh, God, what
Yeah.
the fuck?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, like my mom's cat now, Pika. Like, I always think of Pikachu.
Oh, yeah. Is that with a K or with a C?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know if
Pika.
it's on any official documents. I think of it as a K in my head.
Okay, yeah.
But yeah, she's a sweet cat. But like, she doesn't. Like, my mom has 2 litter boxes for her because when she's done using one, then she'll use the other. So you can clean the one.
And she'll, okay.
Which is pretty annoying. Like,
Yeah.
It's not ideal.
Isn't there one of these little boxes that clean themselves or something?
Yeah, there's automatic cleaning litter boxes, but for some reason some cats won't use them. Like, I don't know if they don't like it. It's got all this extra stuff on it, or maybe it doesn't work as well as it's supposed to.
Okay.
Because it's got like this, almost, I think it's like a shovel kind of thing that's as wide as the litter box, but it's got holes in it so that the litter can go through the blade of the shovel, and then it like picks up the poop and does something with it. But
Okay.
I think if your cat poops too big or in a weird way or something, I don't know, I think it doesn't work for all cats.
Okay.
Excuse me. Oh. But yeah, having pets is a lot of fun. Like we had a lot of pets growing up actually. Like we had guinea pigs, we had
Oh, yeah?
hamsters. Oh man, we had this fat-tailed gecko called Gex. Like my brothers and I named him, I think. Which was cool. We would feed him crickets. Like,
Oh yeah,
he would
live crickets.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
He would love chasing those crickets down and eating them. One time though, we put a grasshopper in there, and he like normally he walked really slowly to do everything, because the crickets aren't that smart, so he could just kind of walk up to them and then
Yeah.
just grab one. But there was a grasshopper we put in once, like we caught him from the yard, and this fucking lizard shot over, like he ran to get that fucking grasshopper.
Was that the legacy to the
I don't
to
know.
the gecko or?
He definitely was way more excited for grasshoppers than for crickets.
How would you catch them? Would you have some kind of like a net?
Oh, how would we? I think you just go with your hand, just like
Mhm.
grab them. They're not that quick.
Yeah.
But grasshoppers can fly, so that makes them a little bit more difficult. But which is why we didn't feed them grasshoppers all the time, because we didn't want to go out and catch them all the time.
Okay.
But yeah, the one time we did give him a grasshopper, he was fucking sized as shit. He was like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna eat your motherfucker." Ran over there.
Yeah.
And then when we got the guinea pigs, we were supposed to get, I think, 2 or 3 females,
Okay.
but we definitely got a mix of males and females because they started having babies real quick, and a fucking ton of babies.
Oh, okay. Did you give them away?
Yeah, we would give the babies to the pet store
Okay.
that we bought them
You
at.
got the parents from.
I feel like that's this is probably like an evil plan by the pet store owners. Be like, okay, let's give people.
Give one and take back 4.
Yeah, exactly.
Give the 4, get 16. And it's like, well, it's pretty much free for us to just have.
They're just creating guinea
Yeah.
pig factories in the community.
It sounds like a Ponzi scheme or something, like a pyramid scheme. Just get 1, just get 2 originally, get
Mhm.
them together or something by the same owner. They make kids, the kids come back, and then.
Yeah, but that can't go on forever because eventually the whole community's saturated with all these guinea pigs.
But then you open a branch.
Open a new branch.
You open a new
somewhere.
branch and a new PetSmart, and like a couple of neighborhoods away.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We would get all these pets and stuff from this place called Maryland Tropicals, and I think they went out of business because they were like selling drugs in there or doing something illegal. Something illegal in
They were
there.
stuffing the animals with cocaine.
With pounds and pounds of cocaine.
So many stuffed animals in Maryland. It's like, yeah, there's a huge community of fans, People like stuffed animals.
Yeah, man, they had like so many different pets in there. It was pretty cool. Like they had a huge room with just all kinds of fish.
Mhm.
And then they had snakes and lizards and guinea pigs, hamsters, chinchillas, ferrets.
What's a chinchilla?
It's some type of rodent. They're really cute.
Okay,
though,
okay.
And like their fur is very valuable.
The fur.
Mm-hmm.
They make clothes with them?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Which must take a lot of chinchillas because they're pretty small.
Okay.
Yeah. PETA doesn't like that though, I'm sure. Making clothes out of chinchillas.
Yeah. Are they also against like wool coming from sheep?
I think so.
They are against any form of animal stuff that is used for clothing?
I feel like they think it's animal exploitation to just like have them grow wool and
So,
then cut
vegan-
it off.
So vegans don't wear wool.
I don't think so.
Oh, I just thought about that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
they
sure
don't.
there's-
They don't wear leather. So
No.
yeah,
definitely
right.
not
Yeah,
leather.
yeah.
Definitely not leather. Well, I
Yeah.
mean, that'd be pretty funny though to meet a vegan who wore leather. Like,
Well, because you still can get wool, and the sheep is alive. It goes
yeah,
back.
yeah.
The thing with leather is it's
No.
skin
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
Must be killed stuff. Must be killed first.
Oh yeah. Oh, I hope so. I hope they don't fucking
Skin them alive?
Yeah, no, that would be. Ugh, that sounds awful.
Yeah.
But that sounds like some shit that humans would do, unfortunately. Like,
If it's easier or more efficient somehow, I'm sure some Americans will have thought about it. Sorry, Eric, but
that's definitely something that you could see going on in the U.S.
right?
Oh, awful. I mean, it's so awful what we do to animals in factory farming. It's just like,
Chickens and porks,
Yeah.
pigs. I mean, it's yeah.
yeah, chickens living in just disgusting conditions right on top of each other. They're all dying of diseases because of all the shit that's all over the place. The diseases, like, oh, they're just,
Yeah.
it's so awful. And like, same thing with factory farming with cattle and with pigs. It's
Yeah.
just,
Pigs in particular, they.
ugh. If you've ever driven past a factory farm, you can smell it miles away.
What do you
It's
smell?
It's just the smell of death and shit, and it's awful. It's fucking awful.
I come from the countryside, so to me the smell of countryside is everywhere. It's the smell of cow poop all the time.
Well, that's different though.
It's
Like
different,
if you go to a farm where they have cattle and stuff, yeah, you can smell cow poop. But this is, it's not just the smell of shit. It's disgusting.
Okay.
It's maybe it is just the smell of shit. I don't know what it is, but it's fucking awful. Or
Yeah,
like a rendering plant where they make hot dogs.
Whew. Ah.
That shit is awful. It's just
Yeah.
the smell of shit and
You
cow assholes and pig feet and stuff.
You should visit my place one day and see for yourself.
Yeah. Are they factory farms over there though, or are they like?
No, not factory farms. They're local farms.
Yeah.
So
that's
in many areas, it just smells like sheep poop or whatever. Just
yeah. No,
or,
I like the smell of farms,
okay.
like normal farms.
Or was the thing of was the thing that looks like dirt, but it's made of a bunch of the bad things that you use. Not like a bunch of bad things, a bunch of
Manure?
smelly things. Manure.
Yeah, fertilizer.
Yeah, it smells like manure a lot. That's mostly what it smells like. Not cow poop necessarily, just
Mhm.
manure,
Mhm.
which has cow poop, doesn't it?
I think it is cow poop, but
The
it's
natural one.
yeah. I think it depends on what they eat, because like in a lot of factory farms, they feed the cows like candy and just other
Do they?
other bullshit just to fatten them up.
Oh yeah, okay.
And they've got them on all kinds of antibiotics and stuff, and all kinds of medicine for the diseases that get created, in the factory farming setting. It sucks, but like we love meat. Like I love hamburgers. I love bacon. Meat is great. It's got all kinds of protein and nutrients and stuff in it, and it tastes great. You can fucking grill it, and it's just like, oh, that charred meat flavor. I fucking love it.
Yeah, so do I.
Like it's just so sad that we treat them, basically torture them their entire lives, and then kill them. Like it's just free range meat is just so much better. I wish that that's how all the meat was raised.
Well, I think there should be a law as well on meat stock. Like, when you go to Safeway or whatever other store, there's a lot of meat. And at the end of the day, this meat is not sold. And it might not be sold within 2 days or 3 days.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're getting close to the expiration date.
Mm-hmm.
And even if they propose discounts, they might not sell it. And I think there's a lot of waste of meat.
Yeah.
And
Oh, yeah.
I'm way less... I don't feel as bad if I waste, like, let's say my fries, my potatoes, or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
This just grows back from the earth. But if I'm thinking, like they kill a whole cow, and that's the equivalent of that many cows that we should not be consumed or eaten
Mm-hmm.
because we have expiration dates as part of law and things like that. And I would actually be okay with the supply of meat being smaller
Mm-hmm.
and a bit more expensive.
Mm-hmm.
So that even myself, I would gladly accept to eat meat less often,
Mm-hmm.
knowing that it's not that bad in terms of
Mhm.
like conditions, production process,
Mhm.
everything else.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll deal with eggs or whatever else I can, whatever other protein I can deal with, fish
Mm-hmm.
or
Mm-hmm.
or vegan based proteins.
Mm-hmm. Well, now they're factory farming fish as well. Like they
How
just,
bad are the conditions though? It's just
I think
the
it's pretty
space,
bad.
the water space.
Yeah, it's just like they're all in close proximity with one another. There's also diseases and all kinds of bullshit that goes through those
Yeah.
populations as well.
Yeah.
They're just like right on top of each other, shitting all over the place in the water. And yeah, man, it's so fucked how we get all our food, and then there's all this fucking like chemicals and preservatives and so much sugar in what we eat, and we're not supposed to eat so much corn and sugar, but you know, you've got like the corn lobby and the sugar lobby and
Yeah.
all these kind of special interest groups that are inventing fake diets that people should adhere to. It's like the
Oh,
food
yeah.
pyramid. You ever seen the food pyramid?
Heard of it, seen it in exactly. I'm not sure.
Yeah, it's just this pyramid where it tells you the servings of different types of food that you should eat. And on the bottom of the pyramid, the biggest part is like carbs, like bread and wheat.
Of
and
what you
stuff.
should eat.
Yeah, what you should eat.
But who was that made by?
It was like food manufacturers. that
Oh
came
yeah,
up
okay.
with it.
Not the actual one that says
No, it's
actual recommendation of what's healthy. Yeah,
it's
okay.
not like doctors and
yeah,
stuff. Are
yeah.
making
It's like
this,
Kellogg's telling you buy the Fruit Loops because
exactly.
they're carb heavy and carbs is at the bottom of the pyramid.
It's
What was
like
at the top?
sugar and oil.
Like sugar and fat?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So that kind of makes sense. Like you're not supposed to have a shit ton of sugar and fat.
Fair. Well, for the longest time, fat was the enemy and sugar was the right.
Mm.
And it's only now, not now 2022, but maybe it's been, I don't know, a couple of years, maybe a decade, that
Mm-hmm.
people understand that sugar is also the root of a lot of evil.
Yeah, man, sugar is awful for you. If
The real-
you eat
yeah.
too much of it, like it's.
And you have so many sources of good fat,
Mm.
potentially. So
Like what? Like fish has got good fat.
yeah,
In it.
or I think
Bacon's got good fat in it.
oh, bacon always.
Hamburgers.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. All that stuff, good fat always. The more oil, the better. That's healthy. I think some oils are healthier than others.
Yeah, I think so.
I forgot which ones. I think I heard olive oil, coconut oil, probably.
Mm-hmm.
I think the bad ones are probably something like
Canola oil.
yeah,
Corn oil. Is that
canola,
corn oil?
canola for sure because it's like deep fried stuff.
Canola oil.
Canola, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know about grapeseed, peanut oil. I don't know about these ones,
Mm.
but yeah.
Mm.
But between the two, I think I don't know. It's not that I think I know. I don't know anything. I heard that quantity-wise, it's not as bad if you have fat versus sugar.
Mm-hmm.
If let's say you ingest the same quantity of either.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So
Mhm. Yeah, man, sugar's really bad for you.
yeah.
Like, my mom is a fucking hero. She's pretty much completely cut out sugar from her diet. Like, she doesn't eat any added sugar. She'll eat fruit and stuff that has natural
Mhm.
sugar in it. And every now and then, she'll have, like, one cookie or something just to try.
Sure.
But she doesn't... Because, like, she was basically addicted to sugar, as most people are in the West. But... she's just reduced her sugar intake so much. She's lost weight. She's like walking every day.
Nice.
She's getting back into shape.
Yeah.
She's starting to do workouts with like dumbbells, like 5-pound
Oh,
dumbbells and
yeah.
curls and shoulder presses and stuff.
Very good.
Like flies, she was saying. And she's just getting so much more healthy. It's very inspiring for
Yeah.
me. Like at some point in the future, I think I'm gonna try and also go no sugar as much as possible. It's just hard because I fucking love sweets these days.
So many things I crave easily as well.
Mm-hmm.
I have one craving after another. It's not that I accumulate cravings, but yeah, today or yesterday was cookies.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh yeah, I've been craving cookies. Boom. And I think I'm done with my craving of cookies. I don't feel like having cookie right now at all, and tomorrow either.
Yeah.
But on Monday or something, there's gonna be a craving for donuts,
Yeah.
and then a muffin, and then a whatever.
Donuts are great.
Never ends.
Donuts are great.
Never ends.
Mm. Yeah, man, that's the problem is we know how to make so much delicious food now. Like, we're just getting better and better at making food that tastes amazing.
And it's not very expensive.
Yeah, that's the thing. Is junk
Mm.
food is so much cheaper than
You can
real
get a
food.
bag of like 18 cookies, very decent, President's Choice, whatever, superstore for like what, $3.50 maybe?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
$4 with tax.
Yeah. Then if you want to buy a steak, it's like $20 fucking dollars.
Yeah, meat is quite something here.
Mm.
Yeah. So, yeah, willpower, self-discipline, substitutes, calories out if you want to compensate for the calories in,
Mm-hmm.
and make it some kind of balanced, but
Yeah, man. That's the way to do it. Just work out.
yeah,
Work out more than you eat.
that's one way to that's one way to be able to keep eating that much.
Mm-hmm.
If you can burn it, no
Yeah.
problem.
Yeah. Yeah, you just got to be able to burn the calories.
Yeah.
But which I feel lucky because my job is physical, so every day I'm burning calories, and
Yeah.
I pretty much intermittently fast. Like, I don't eat breakfast, I don't eat lunch, I just eat dinner.
You don't eat lunch either?
No.
Holy shit.
I'm not hungry by that time during
Really?
the day. Yeah. Yeah, I just
So when you wake up, like black coffee and that's it?
Yeah.
Wow.
mhm, just black coffee.
One?
2 cups in a big cup.
Okay, so it's one bottle that you keep sipping on the whole morning or something?
Just during my drive to work, I'll just drink all the coffee.
So you get it done by the time you get to work,
Yeah.
and then you drink water, maybe?
Mhm,
And that's
mhm,
it?
Mhm.
Oh, you're a hero, man.
No, that's the thing is it's not difficult. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't do it because I'm so lazy when it comes to dieting and stuff. Just because I've never been able to gain weight very well. Like if I'm lifting weights, then I'll put on some muscle mass, but it's just my body is not very. It doesn't change its shape much. Like, I don't lose weight very easily. I don't gain weight very easily. So I just kind of,
Mhm.
regardless of what I eat, when I eat it, I pretty much stay at the same
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah.
BMI, the same weight.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like very lucky in that sense. Sometimes I feel envious of people who can put on a bunch of muscle. Like people who they start lifting weights and they just keep lifting and getting bigger and getting bigger and getting stronger.
It's temporary, though. Once I get to, let's say I'm 50 or 60 years old, I won't wish that anymore.
What do you mean?
I won't wish that I can put on muscle easily.
Why not?
I think what I will wish by then is my body is constantly at homeostasis, like always at a stationary state.
Hmm.
Because at 50 or 60, maybe muscles won't feel as important to me
Mhm.
as opposed to just functional strength or or cardio or things like that.
Mhm.
Like right now we are young, yeah. Like of course I would like to put some mass as well. Like, it looks cool and everything, but
Mhm.
gotta keep up with the gym, and
Mhm.
I cannot do that.
Mhm.
It's impossible for me.
Mhm.
But at 50 or 60, I would rather trade a healthy, average, maybe lean, sure body over a bulky one.
Mm. Yeah. Yeah. I feel like, yeah, that makes sense to me just because, like, I was way more concerned with, like, my getting muscles when I was younger.
Mm-hmm.
Like, pretty much all throughout grad school, I was lifting weights. Not the later years of the PhD. Actually, no, I think I was still going to the gym during all the years of the PhD. But in particular, when I was in San Francisco
Mm-hmm.
doing the master's degree, I was lifting like 3-4 times a week. That was the strongest I'd ever been.
Oh yeah.
Like I think my squat
Were you heavy?
max, not heavy, but I was heavier than I am now.
Yeah.
Like I was more muscular for
'Kay,
sure.
'kay.
Like I had more muscles because I was lifting all the time, and I think my personal best was like 5 sets of 5 reps at like 305 pounds squatting. Which, you know, there's a lot of people that squat way more than that. But for my body size, like, I felt really strong.
Okay.
Felt really... I looked good, too. Like, back in the day, I didn't have my little belly fat that I have now. Getting older. Getting a little soft in the midsection. But, oh, the fucking blur.
Yeah, Bill Blur.
Should we take a smoke break?
Let's take a smoke break and see if the focus is just back on.
Yeah.
See you guys soon.